Hi everybody, it's Brian and I'm back again with a new project. Today's project is for the beginners out there. This is a trainer aircraft. It also happens to be a very good looking scale model of the Cessna 206. This model is a ready to fly version with the radio, battery and everything you need to go, and it's available from SN Hobbies at snhobbies.com. Now this model is a little bit different from a lot of the trainers out there, and it comes with 5 channels. It comes with the standard 4, aileron, elevator, rudder and throttle, but it also comes with the flaps. Now the advantages of flaps, especially for the beginner, is that it produces more lift, which has obvious benefits. It also lowers the stall speed of the aircraft. What that means for the beginner is you can be able to fly, take off and land slower if you want to. So it also lowers the angle of attack so that when an aircraft is landing, it's not going to land at a nose-up attitude. If this is the nose of the aircraft, your descent is not going to come down like this. It's going to come down at a flatter angle. So lowers the angle of attack, essentially. And the final thing that flaps do is that they produce more drag. Now you'd think that this is a bad thing for aircraft, but the good thing about increasing more drag is it allows you to descend. So if you have ever flown a model airplane that has not a lot of drag, it's very clean, and you have to land over some trees or another obstacle, you know that it's very difficult to get down sometimes and you can run out of runway. The flaps, by lowering them, allows you to land, to descend over that obstacle without any hassles and come down without a whole lot of airspeed. So, that being said, flaps are great for beginners. As you can see, this one comes with everything already installed, the aileron and flap servos, with the servo horns, clevises, and the hinges are already installed here. These are actually very good quality plastic hinges on the ailerons, and they're tape hinges for the flaps. The servo connections are all there, and finally it has a looks like either a carbon fiber or a plastic spar there, and that's to increase the strength of the wing for when you're pulling G's or turning aerobatics, whatever. Next, let's look at the fuselage. As you can see, pretty complete. All the servo connections come up the top for the ailerons and the flaps. The control rods and clevises for the rudder and the elevator. The antenna is coming out the back there. Has a bit of foam cover there to put your landing gear on. Here the main landing gear. Looks like they just slap into place. It slides into there. Put this foam cover on, screw it down, and you're set. Battery hatch for when you put the battery in to take it on and out. And the cowl comes off like that. As you can see, it comes with an inexpensive brushless Bell or CD-ROM motor in the front, which is already soldered to the speed controller. So you're good to go with that. It's got a clevis and push rod for the steerable nose gear. Steerable nose gear like that. Plugs into there, looks like it just snaps into place, and snap the clevis onto here, and you've got nose wheel steering, which is great for moving around on the ground. Very good quality, durable, ready to go. Next, let's look at the vertical stabilizer and rudder. Has the same hinge system as on the ailerons. Horns are already installed. It's got some foam plugs there for lining up for installation in the fuselage to make things simple. Same thing with the elevator and the horizontal stabilizer. Good hinges, horns, plugs to line up, and some reinforced screw holes for mounting that off. Looks very secure. This comes with 2 propellers. Looks like about a 9-inch propeller, maybe a 9x5 or something in that range. It's good for beginners because guess what? Not all your landings are first landings are going to be great, and you'll probably break one of them. And if you do break both of them, this is a pretty common size and you should have no problems replacing that. Mention the landing gear, we've got that there. Wing struts, conveniently marked left and right for adding rigidity to the wing there. The battery charger. Here's the battery. It's a 2-cell, so 7.4 volt battery, and it's a 1300 milliamp hour. Very light, and see how much power it provides. Tube of glue for putting it together. Now all the little packages of screws in here are individually marked. This one says fixed screw for rear landing gear. This one says screw for main wing. They're all marked like that, so no confusion. A little wrench for changing a propeller, and a Phillips screwdriver for assembling the model, and a foam spinner for good looks. Now here's the transmitter that comes with the model. This is a 6-channel transmitter. There's a 6-channel receiver in the model. Only 5 of those are used to start. You have your aileron, elevator, rudder, and throttle. And on the right hand side here you have the flap control. So flaps up and flaps down. If you want to add a 6-channel, you can add a servo to do whatever you want, operate a camera, put a Bombay doors on there, and the control is just a knob up here. This is not a computer radio by any stretch of the imagination, but it does have a lot of features on it that you can explore. It seems to have an acro and a helicopter mode, so if you get a helicopter later on, this is upgradable to that. Looks like a 3D mode, which may be a dual rates, I don't know. I haven't set it up, and maybe some mixes that seem to be programmed in there. Plus reversible servos, which is very useful if you want to use this for other models. So great 6-channel transmitter and receiver for this model. All in all, this looks like a very good quality beginner's aircraft. Should fly good at slow speeds with the flaps, good landings, steerable nose gear for easy takeoff and landings, and the high wing adds a lot of stability to it. Couple that with a good radio system, and it looks like a great model for the beginner. This model is available at SN Hobbies at snhobbies.com. Thanks for watching.